Greetings! Hope this video finds you well. I have a question for you. Have you ever had a shot? Like one of those giant 10-foot long needles that come straight at your arm and they gotta poke it in there or your leg? It's the scariest thing ever. And your parents will grab you and they'll hold on to you and you're just, don't you stick that thing in me! It's scary. There's nothing you can prepare you for that. Nothing. But alas, they give you the shot anyway, and what are you going to do about it? That's what we're going to talk about today. Is it bad things, like shots, sometimes happen to you? And there's nothing you can do about it. Sometimes it's bigger things, like you gotta move, because, a lot of people this fall are gonna be going into a new class or a new school. It's scary stuff. Sometimes a disease spreads all over the world and makes us all wear masks. And then people are getting sick. And there's nothing we can do about it. So what do we do? Well, luckily, we got the Bible. And we're going to read page 346 and 347, which is based on Mark chapter 13. And it's called Be Ready. Jesus was walking in Jerusalem with his disciples when one of them pointed at a tower of heavy stones being used to build a temple. "Look," the disciples said. "What huge stones! What large buildings!" Jesus stopped and said, "You see these big stones? Someday all these stones will fall down. Not one of them will remain standing." Peter and the other disciples were confused. The temple wasn't even finished yet. What would make it fall down? They began to worry. "When will this happen?" Peter asked Jesus. Jesus paused and smiled kindly at his friends. "Don't be afraid," Jesus said. "Watch and wait. Be ready. Even when scary things happen, God is working for good." Jesus told them this to comfort them. Jesus knew what trouble was coming. Soon Jesus would die on the cross. Yeah, bad things were going to happen soon. And there was nothing that they could do about it. They just had to be ready. And one of the ways that we get ready for this is to remember that God is with us and that God will help us through whatever hard thing is coming our way. Because one of the things we also remember about this story is that even though Jesus died, God remained with the people. Jesus came back and helped guide them so that they could start the church and be filled with the love that Christ taught them, and that they could spread that love with everyone else. So even though we have all these scary things happening around us, there's something good that's going to come out. It's like those shots. Even though they're scary, they do good things for us. They protect us from diseases. One day we're going to have a shot for this disease that's been all around us. It's going to keep us from getting sick. Now, one of the ways that we can help during these times of scariness, especially if we know somebody else is sick, or if we know somebody else is having a hard time, is to be like God for them by doing something nice for them. And it's just even in a small way is one way we can pass God's love to someone else. So here's Claire with the craft to help us spread God's love, and encourage others. Amen.
Hi everyone, it's Clara, your Sunday school teacher, and today we are going to be creating an encouragement card. So Jesus was a good friend to his disciples to get through a hard time that he knew that they would be going through in the future. So sometimes we go through hard times, and it would be really nice to someone to remind us that we are not alone and we are loved. Today we are going to do that for someone else. So try to think of somebody that is going through something hard, or someone you miss, or someone you just want to let them know that you love them. So the materials you're going to need is a piece of paper and some art supplies. So let's get started. Okay, so you're going to take your piece of paper and you are going to fold it in half, try to get it as best as you can, and fold the seam so it looks like a book. Once you're finished with that, you are going to either put it up horizontally or vertically. I think I'm gonna make my card vertical because I just like the layout better. So now you can write whatever you would like on the front. Some examples are, you are loved, we miss you, or I love you, anything just to show your love and appreciation for that person. I think I am going to go with we miss you, or I miss you. And I'm going to take a blue marker and just write out I miss you. So you can do that with whatever color you want, whatever phrase you want, and I will be back. So here is my writing. I wrote I miss you, and then this is in cursive and this is in cursive. So those are S's if you didn't know. And so now you can take your colors and you can do whatever design you want around the letters, or you can just move on to the next step. You can add like stickers if you want to, whatever you think would be perfect for the card. So I just added some green stars to go with it. So now you're going to move on to the inside of the card, and you can write a letter or a note to this person that you are writing it to, and then you can draw a little picture on the bottom, whatever you would like to do. So here is my finished card. I wrote a letter to my grandma and grandpa, and make sure to sign your name, and then I drew a little picture of a shooting star. As you can see, I kind of went with a theme to my card. You don't have to if you don't want to, but now you can send this in the mail, or you can go give this to them and show them how much you care about them. So I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.